It's me setting up the shot. I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm on YouTube. Go figure. AC units in the background. Alright, let's do this. Well guys, this is what we all been waiting for. Been a couple months here. Well guys, everybody who watches the channel, it's been about a month. There's a little bee here. It's been about a month. My system has been out of commission, but now I am pleased to say that I have it back up and running. And I would like to kind of show you guys, if I don't fall through the mud here, I'd like to kind of show you guys what we've done so far. It's been a lot of changes over the last month or so here. I miss producing power. It's become a bit of an obsession / pastime hobby, and you guys have been along for the journey. So let's get into it. First thing I want to touch on is I've added a third set of panels. Look how beautiful they are. All black. These are Z Shine dual bifacial panels. We got a whole nother array, and these are on the eco-worthy ground mounts. We'll do an aerial shot here as well. And not only did we add a third array, we filled out the second array. So all in all, this gives us a total of 30 panels. So, which gives us about, I don't know, maybe about 12,000 or so. And fun fact, I forgot that I only had a 12 kPV inverter, and I was looking for it to do more than that. So I had to remind myself, hey, you're capped out at 12,000 watts. So yeah, which we have seen. It has produced all 12,000 of those. One thing from the previous install that I kind of want to focus on and get better at was grounding and also surge protection. So inspired by Adam DeLay and a couple other YouTubers I've seen, I created a junction box and just kind of want to show you guys what I have inside of that right now. And first thing I want to do is take a look at the IMO disconnects. Previously I had some Amazon disconnects which were terrible. I want to say at one point when I tried to turn off the circuit breaker on those, it actually caught on fire while I was flipping the switch, which was insane. So everything in this box, there's only one thing in here that I am not proud of, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that right out the back, and that's the surge protectors. These are LT140 surge protectors that I got from Amazon. They're about $13 each. Do not get these, and that seems a little bit contradictory because I'm showing it to you on my system. But if I had the money, I am going to replace these with Midnight Solar or Sol Max, which is their new technical name, new company name they've merged into. I'm going to actually change these out to the Sol Max surge protector devices properly at some point, but this build is definitely not on an unlimited budget, so I have to go with what I can afford right now. We did change from the Amazon disconnects to the IMO disconnects here. You'll see those in the junction box here as well. Couple those into the surge protection devices that we have, and also which goes into a DKN Thinkle rail here, which is just a little combiner of the two, and sends those back to the inverter. This system is grounded by a 6-gauge wire terminal block. The arrays are grounded and bonded back to the house grounding system as well, just for maximum amount of safety. Because I do have a grounding wire that is so close to my backyard, I didn't want to put another one in the ground and have those competing signals fighting with each other for grounding. So I just kept it simple. Me and ChatGPT figured it out, and we just decided to ground it all back to the house grounding system. So far, this has been great. If you look at the box here on the outside, this is a cold rolled steel junction box, which is very heavy duty. I love the frame on this. It comes with a key as well for simplicity, and you can lock it into place. I just have like some struts here that I have it connected to. And this thing right here, this is a chair awning. It's like a cover you can buy. Because this is steel, I know this thing gets hot and there's a lot of sunlight that comes out here throughout the day, each day. I just put this little awning on the top of it just so you can block the sun and the rain. Basically making this probably gonna last a little bit longer. So guys, that's been the gist of this video. The inverter is back on. It is running daily. I'm charging the G4 here consistently each day off of solar. No intervention from our local electric company here. I'm super proud of where we've gotten to come with the EG4. They did a phenomenal job. Signature Solar really took care of me when my inverter went down for the MPPT controller. That was amazing customer service. I can't say thank you to them enough. It was one call, they sent it out, they replaced it. Whenever I installed this one, they waited 2 weeks. They did not hound me. They did not say, hey, where's the inverter? Can you send it back? There was a form that I filled out that they sent me by email and filled it out. Truck driver came and picked the old one up. Can't say it enough. Those guys were phenomenal. Going forward, we got 30 kilowatt hours worth of battery storage here, 12K PV. Everything is working fine. Charging the Jeep every day. I think the next few steps here that we're going to take on the channel is we have to get more battery storage. Right now I'm running a 4-ton AC unit outside that is cooling my house in July, well August now, at the making of this video. It's cooling my house in August, and we're doing about 50 kilowatt hours per day. Now the system is taking it. It is handling the load per se, but for a peace of mind, I probably need about 16 more kilowatt hours, and I'm eyeing that eco-worthy Power Mega battery. So that's probably going to be the next step for the channel. Other than that, I'm super happy with EG4, super happy with learning how to do this. And if you think you can't do this, you're probably wrong. It just takes a lot of patience and a lot of self-research that you have to go into, because this is dangerous. This is very dangerous stuff. It's not 120 volts where if you touch it, it may, give you a little shock, wake up. This stuff can kill you, and I don't minimize that on any video. I wear safety protection all the time, and this is it's very serious, but I love it. Just gonna keep going, guys. Thank you guys for all the comments and support that you guys send all the time. I can't thank you enough. You guys keep me going when this is down for a month and I'm constantly receiving comments and asking questions about my system and how to get theirs up and going. I can't tell you how much that keeps me in the fight, guys. So if you like this video, subscribe. If you want to see more from the channel, drop a comment. Tell me what kind of system you're building. Just keep in mind, I went from 18 amp hours of a battery all the way up to 30 kilowatt hours. So it took about 2 or 3 years. It can be done, but just keep at it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.